Good evening, folks. My name is Chi Baker. I'm the head instructor for Street Tactical Integrations here in Portland, Oregon. And I've got a martial art program that I'll be launching February 7th. And this is going to be a program that is going to be online for folks who live outside of Portland, Oregon, or those who want to stay within the safety and privacy of their own home. As well as there will be an in-person class that will be happening outside underneath tents in my driveway for people who want to have that in-person class experience. And I want to talk a little bit about the program itself and some of the nuances and how this particular program is really the best program out there today, I believe, for practicing learning self-protection. Quick history. This program has evolved from several systems. Kajukenbo is one of the main systems, and Kajukenbo was created out of the 1950s in Hawaii when gang members were rampant and were attacking civilians, and grandmasters got together and decided that they really needed to put a stop to the assaults that were happening on the common folk and needed to create a system that would really protect those who were weaker, those who were older, and potentially those who didn't have the prowess to defend themselves. And so they created a program called Kajukenbo. And out of that system, four subsystems were created: Emperado, Tompai, Chongfa, and Wunhapendo. And now out of Wunhapendo, a subsystem was created, Dacasco's Tactical Systems, that I was integral in helping create and have run that program for roughly the last 4 years. And from that program, I've developed and evolved that program even further into Kajukenbo Progressive Tactical Systems. And it is a subsystem of my school. And it's really created to bring people who've never stepped foot in a martial art studio or boxing or any sort of self-protection oriented skill training area, and elevate them to somebody who is highly proficient and able to manage attacks, whether it be attacks on the street, attacks at home, attacks at work, potentially even attacks or conflicts that police or military are involved in. So the system is unique in that we don't practice forms. We have drills, but we don't have forms. And most martial arts are really form driven. And what you do is you learn these really extensive long forms, and that's the majority of what you're training in and what you get tested in. And then several years down the road, in some systems about 10 years down the road, once you reach your black belt, then you start learning what these forms and applications are from the movements that you've been practicing all these years. So it's a very elongated way of learning self-protection. And there's a lot of history and a lot of tradition and a lot of culture and a lot of beauty around that type of system. But for those who really need or want to learn self-protection in an expedited way, that what we've done is taken those forms and tossed them out. And what we do is we teach skills and concepts, and we practice drills over and over and over again. And what this really does is hone these skills, these striking skills, and tactics and mobility and mindfulness and awareness and instinctual attributes, so that you can manage attacks in a really, really efficient manner. And even from day one, you're learning ways of how to evade attacks and how to manage attacks. And so we do a lot of scenario training and really try to build in live training where you know right off what is the application of how come you're learning a punch, a slap, a back fist, how to use a stick, how to use your phone, how to use your keys to manage an assailant that's coming in and threatening with behavior that is not desired, warranted, and most likely not even legal. So the KP-TS program is really looking at, how can we bring people who really have no experience and just quickly escalate them to somebody who has the skill and the confidence to manage assaults. And this is something, for people that could even be just unwanted behavior in the workforce. So whether you're a man or a woman, maybe it's a colleague or a boss or a supervisor who's really doing behavior that's unwarranted and undesired, and having the confidence to step up and say, you know what, that's not cool, that's not okay, and feeling you can stand your ground, and if something happens, that you can really manage it. You can manage it emotionally, you can manage it physically, and that you feel that empowerment. You feel that, hey, I don't need to be a victim to this person's behavior, their beliefs, whatever it is that's happening, where they're pushing their agenda on you and you're saying like, no, that's not cool. So a lot of this stuff can be transferred into everyday life, and it doesn't have to be an actual assault situation in terms of you're walking down the street and somebody jumps you and tries to steal your money or tries to beat you up or tries to sexually assault you. It could be something more just, stuff that happens day to day. You're walking down the street and somebody starts kind of giving you the weird eye, or you're in a store and somebody starts harassing you. So there's lots of times when things like martial art training and having that mental, physical, spiritual, emotional strength and fortitude to stand up and stand your ground. It also gives you the ability to say, you know what, I can just walk away from this. I don't need to be a victim, be succumb to it. I don't need to engage in a fight. I can just simply walk away from it. And knowing that you can walk away and you'll still be safe, right? So, this program is really developed to help people with that confidence, as well as that skill, as well as the mindfulness. And so, I think it would be great for you to join. Here's a great opportunity to again learn a martial art online and stay within the confines of your home, stay safe from COVID, have that privacy to be able to practice and not be worried about what people are thinking about you in the class. You can just practice, and again, I'll be there to help coach. I'll be watching all the participants and coaching them and saying like, hey, you need to do this a little bit differently or work this in. And so you'll still have that one-on-one coaching piece as you're working online, or you can choose to work in person. So please contact me if you have any further information. I'm happy to clarify. And you can look at my YouTube channel, Street Tactical Integrations, or my Facebook page, Street Tactical Integrations, for more information. There's videos up there. There's more information on my school. There's more information on this program. And I'd be excited to have you along. All right, guys, take care.